What's going on, everybody? This is Freedom Channel. No, it's been a while since I've been on here, but I've had a lot of things going on, so I haven't been able to have much of an opportunity to make a video. So this has just been on my mind after watching, trying to play catch up on watching a few videos. So this is just a little story I wanted to tell you. This is back several years ago. The situation happened when I was 22, about 22. It involved two friends of mine. They were both 19 years old, 18. Just a couple of babies, actually. I'd actually met, no names, of course. I actually met the young man my senior year in high school. I took another PE class to try to take up space because I didn't have that many classes I needed to take. And I met him in the locker room back there. You know, I had like one whole side I was changing on, and all the rest of the lower classmen fucks, you know, they changed somewhere else, not beside me. But I saw this kid, and he kind of impressed me. I liked the way he handled himself, the way he carried himself. And you know, one day one of the sophomore or juniors decided that he wanted to be a smart ass and try to pick a fight with him. So I grabbed him around the throat and told him if he didn't leave him alone, I was going to take one of the locker doors and shove it up his ass. So he pretty much well left him alone after that. I got to know the kid real well. He had a high school sweetheart. I got to know her. And they were together all 4 years in high school. And even after. Now, they got into a little something, you know, I wouldn't say, you can't say, well, they got into a bunch of drugs and stuff, which they didn't. You know, obviously you'll fool around with stuff like that, you know, things do happen to you, but what they did was they stiffed this sack of shit on a bag of weed. It's like $50. But the guy was a long-time career criminal, several times a felon. Not able to own a firearm legally, by the way. This is part of the story that goes out to all the liberal pussies out there. You fucks that think that the federal government and state governments and stuff pass laws and save your ass. But one day they're in their home. It was at night. It was just early evening. And this sack of shit comes bursting through the door and bashes him upside the head with the butt of a pistol, almost knocking him unconscious. And he proceeded to beat her about the face and skull with that pistol, almost caving her damn face in. She was in bad shape from it. And after he decided he had hit her enough, you know, big fucking man hit a woman, he ties her up he ties her feet together, ties her hands behind her back, and then sets her up on her knees. And does the same thing to him, and makes sure he throws water in his face to wake him up so he can see this. And that's when this sack of shit shot her right in the face. You know, I'm not going to know gory details, but it was really bad. And when this guy had decided that this young man had screamed enough looking at the love of his life laying in a pool of her blood from her head, that's when he proceeded to shoot him in the chest and then shot him in the head. But basically over $50. Now, like I said, this guy was a felon, unable to legally own a firearm. Okay? Now this is when it starts really going out to all the liberal freaking, fuck it, man. You guys can just suck a whale's dick, alright? Your precious laws, they're supposed to keep us safe, okay? When the man was caught by the police, they asked him where he acquired the firearm to do these murders. And apparently he had purchased off the black market, I think somewhere in North Carolina. And, you know, here's a real kicker to it. Something real nice. When asked about this, the gentleman actually told the police that even if he wasn't a felon, that he still would not have legally purchased a firearm, because the firearm that he had, that he committed these murders of my friends with, was the same type of Glock pistol that I have. I paid $550, and that was with tax and everything for mine. He paid $125 for his off the black market. Yeah. All your precious fucking federal laws did a whole lot to protect the life of my friends. Babies. They were 18 fucking years old. Hadn't even got started in life yet. How nice that you people think you can come out and say we need anti-gun this and anti-gun that like you're going to save the fucking world. You know, you may not care that, you know, your family's brutally murdered and then you're killed alongside of them because you think it's more humane and safer that we have a non-firearms ownership society. Well, you know what? If you want to fucking kill your own family and the ones you love, then fuck you. By all means, go do it. But you're not screwing with mine. Your precious, world-saving laws didn't do a damn thing to protect the life of my friends. So I want all the rest of you out there and, you know, think about that. Think about this video if you're fucking seeing it. On just how much they were protected. How much you think you're protected. And how much I can sit here and say calmly, as calm as I can put it. Because usually I'm a lot more up and off and upbeat than this, but my sons and stuff are giving me problems, so I don't feel all that well. But, you know, you can still kiss my ass and go fuck yourself. Done with this video. I'm not talking anymore.